Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're shooting on location today at Wisconsin Granite, and we're having a great time.
Fantastic showroom. They're making coffee in the background. Can you hear that?
Maybe we'll get a little bit of that later.
Maybe. Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
If we're lucky. With us now is Mike Diaz from the Diaz Law Firm. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me to your show.
You are an expert. We have so many things to ask you,
Sure.
so many topics we could get into here, but let's just start from the beginning. What types of services do you provide?
Well, I do provide services in the legal field for criminal law, some family law, and also I do a lot of bankruptcies, mostly Chapter 7s.
Okay, so quite a wide range there of things
Correct.
you do. So a good guy to go to.
Criminal, family law, and bankruptcies. How many lawyers are in your building?
Well, in the office, we are located in 995 Applegate Road, and we office share with 4 other lawyers. And that houses my law firm, the offices of Team Staley Legal Services, Attorney Alvarez Law Firm, and also the law office of Attorney Kevin Boyle. All of us have our own area of practice.
So what's an area of practice that you have then?
Well, an area of practice is, as you know, for those who go to see a doctor, you have somebody for you want to see somebody who's an expert on feet, you can see a podiatrist. With children is, you see the physician for, I think it's
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician.
Yeah,
I was getting confused. So in law, they're lawyers who practice an area of law, which is basically, some of them are general practitioners. I myself only do criminal law and family law. Attorney Boyle only specializes in immigration law. Attorney Staley does family law, but also he does trademark law for people who want to do businesses. And Attorney Alvarez does both criminal, business, and he also does general practitioner. So, we have a very eclectic practice.
That's so interesting because, I think a lot of people don't realize that there are attorneys that do specialize in different areas, just like doctors, as you had mentioned. I mean, there's a lot of laws. I don't know if you've seen how many laws are in our country. The book's probably at least that thick. So, to know all of them, as well as knowing a smaller group of, or a smaller, area is, I think it's really great that you are,
specialized in one area.
I'm totally derailing myself here. I'm totally derailing myself.
To be focused in an area.
I think it's just great that you guys are focusing on specific areas, so I think that's awesome. Does anybody in your office speak other languages?
All of us speak more than one language. I speak Spanish, French, and Italian, in addition to English. Attorney Alvarez speaks both Spanish and English. Attorney Staley speaks Spanish and English, and Attorney Boyle speaks fluent Spanish and English. And that's one of the reasons that we created that synergy, that if somebody comes to our offices who want to express themselves in their language, we'll be able to understand what they're trying to say. Sometimes English language is very complex, and you're trying to explain something and you may be lost in the translation.
Right.
So therefore, if somebody can explain it to me in their language, say, okay, I understand. So that's the reason, the genesis for all of us to office share.
I think that's great too, because there are folks out there who don't speak English and need to have legal representation, whether it's for criminal or for family or whatever specialty you might need. And I think that's great that you are available to those folks. I think it's important that we share that with people.
And in addition to that, there's a lot of individuals who are coming to the Madison area that will create businesses.
Right.
But obviously, where they come from, the laws are different from the laws in Wisconsin. So we try to advise them as to what you need to do in order to meet the minimum requirements to start a business. So that's something that we try to do.
Yeah.
So which counties do you serve? Are you just Dane County?
Well, obviously Dane County is, as I want to call it, the base of operations, but we also go to Rock County, Calumet County, not Calumet, Columbia County, Sauk County. I even have gone as north as Trempealeau County, Richland County, Lafayette County, Iowa County. So basically, if I want to be concise, we're talking about the southwestern part of the state. We go as far or as east as Jefferson County.
Okay.
But that'll be the geographical area that all of us will travel and provide services to the community.
Do you feel, I'm just curious do you feel that there's a pretty big demand for services in the more rural areas, or does it primarily come from the urban areas like here in Dane County?
No, in reality, let's be clear. There is a significant need of lawyers in the rural counties. Most of the practices or the
Right.
big practices are concentrated in urban areas.
Yeah.
So my kind of law that I do, particularly I represent individuals who are Latinos. Well,
Right.
there's been a huge migration of Latinos out of the urban areas more into the rural part of the
Yeah.
states. So the need to have an individual who speaks Spanish and understand is really a huge need in the western part of the state and more in the rural areas. So that's basically our marketing plan, our targeting
Right.
for us to provide services to all the community.
Business hours, you open 5 days a week, 6 days a week? What do you? what
We
your
are
business
open.
hours?
We're open usually 5 days a week.
Okay.
We also, most Attorney Boyle and me, we take clients on Saturdays.
Okay.
Most of our clients,
great.
obviously, they work from 9 to 5.
Right.
So taking time off to come to see an attorney,
Right.
to do at least
Right.
an initial interview, it takes away from what they need to do.
Right.
So we basically take appointments on Saturdays, and I do that.
Great.
And also does Attorney Boyle. And also I think Attorney Alvarez and Attorney Staley, again, you call and you try to make an appointment.
Excellent.
Great.
Excellent. That's so good to know.
Very accessible all around. Well, thanks
Yes.
so much, Mike, for joining us today. Lots of great information. Definitely check him out if you're in need of some legal services. And stay with us. We have more on Wisconsin Family right after the break.